I guess we'll just talk about how many people are viewing right now?
It says five. Just it's me, Tommy Captain, Ken Kamada.
I guess that's good enough.
Yeah,
I guess I could I've these are some photos I took of our trip. I guess we'll explain yeah, I guess explain what were you doing visiting California?
yeah, yeah. This is. Well, that's like the back entrance of the DM museum I see right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 what were you seeing and everything? You went to the Disney Museum and
yeah, yeah. I went to the Disney Museum. That was the day after. That was really good. I like took over 300 photos over there.
oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the outside of the De Young. Well, there's a main building. Well, that's a zoomed out photo I took. It's kind of obscured by
yeah,
trees, but this is the front entrance.
yeah. I was.
There's
I had
the
another.
this is the that's the main building right there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
It was.
those of you who don't know, this is in San Francisco. Waxbadger visited California last week, and
Mm-hmm.
last Thursday we visited the De Young to see this photo exhibit. Apparently, Paul McCartney took a Pentax camera with him while the Beatles, during their early success in the '60s, and then 60 years later, he rediscovered these photos and decided to um, show them off in museums. And the De Young in San Francisco is one of the places he chose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be copyright struck if I showed some of the pictures we took in the museum. Yeah, but there's a
I know,
selfie I
right?
took showing a sticker I had. Yeah, that was how they make sure that you paid and everything.
Yeah, I had a sticker on too. It was kind of crooked. Actually, I
Um,
think I might have forgotten to take mine off the shirt I was wearing.
yeah, I put
Maybe.
my sticker in in my Pokemon card little booklet where I keep a bunch of
Uh,
stickers. I stuffed Peter in the freezer for you. You're welcome, Dan. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, I don't know if museums are gonna be antsy about showing off. I mean, a lot of these photos are probably available online and in their.
yeah.
So I'm not sure if I'm violating any copyright showing. Here's the outside of the exhibit. Photographs 1963, 64, Eyes of the Storm. This is just giving a bunch of background information that these were photos taken between December 1963 and February 1964. Going from the UK to well, it says here London, Paris, and then they came to the US and their appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. And basically, Paul McCartney took a bunch of, I guess you might say, behind the scenes photos of Beatlemania, showing off his bandmates, and taking pictures in cars while he and the other Beatles were traveling, and they'd have fans swarming them. Yeah,
Yeah, he took some. Yeah, he took some really cool photos. I have to say that.
yeah, and, oh, yeah. I've seen a dozen ads for this exhibit on YouTube, and I even just before I started streaming saw an ad on for Affinity while when I was posting my announcement journal.
Yeah, yeah, he showed me that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and okay, yeah, this is yeah, some of the photos we saw I don't think they were organized exactly in chronological order. I mean, they did show some of the first photos they took in I think England or something, and then we went to when they went to Miami or something towards the end. I don't know. I'm not sure if we walked through the exhibit in order or something, or if we just or if it was kind of just scattered about different locations the Beatles went to. There was a
Well,
little
I think we.
timeline in one room.
I think there was. I think we were kind of fairly in order. I think we did kind of have to kind of cover all corners there because I know there was this one room where we kind of deviated from the photos to show like print ads.
Yeah, looking at the photos of the photos I took, yeah, photo within a photo. Like seeing it matted like this now, it just makes me think of when I go to Michael's and I see the frames and the mats for like pictures. Like I didn't really think about that. They were trying to make these look really presentable, and you'll see that there's an X on Paul's shoulder there. That's not to be like a Hitman thing where I don't know you had like Paul. It's actually just Paul marking drawings, not drawings. He's marking his favorite photos. That's what the marker there is for.
Oh, favorite photos? I thought those were like the discarded photos. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what the descriptions said.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, and since the film reels, they're just blowing it up. I guess the scan they took or whatever to make this larger version of this photo, like they didn't clean off the marker. They just kept it there, and so you see this big X on Paul's shoulder, and you'll see X's on other photos. I didn't take a picture of every single photo, so I guess you could say, I'm not spoiling the entire exhibit if you see it in San Francisco or some other city where they're doing this. I forget where else they're doing it.
Yeah, he took more photos than I did. I know that. I have my own folder of those photos too, so in case they want to drop it in the chat.
And this one here, this is the one that's often used in the advertisements, where it's Paul looking at himself in a little mirror, and you see his Pentax camera.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, there were some. These are photos he took of John, and there's a funny photo of George Harrison wearing two hats, and Waxbadger got a
good photo of that one.
A postcard of it.
Well, actually, I got two postcards of Ringo. Actually, one of them wearing his one of them wearing that like French tricorder hat.
Oh yeah, they all dressed in French clothes when they were in Paris. There's Paul. Yeah. Funny, I just remembered like seeing one YouTube video of Paul like. I don't remember. It might have been one of his, question videos for fans or something, or maybe it was I don't know, his appearance on a show or something, and like he was showing off, not photos he took for this exhibit, I guess other photos he took, and he claimed he invented the selfie and the photo bomb as a joke. Oh yeah, this is on one of the walls showing all four of them, and there are little label things letting you know who are the subjects in each photo, like if they were traveling with, if they had George Martin with them or one of their roadies, like I think his name is Mel Evans, Mel Evans is in a few photos, but then there's also occasionally passerbys that they never identified. Could you imagine, like, I don't know, like some young woman they passed by in like the 60s, and then she's in her 70s or 80s now, maybe her 90s, and then she's like, I was that person in this photo, I recognize myself. There's the one of Ringo in a Napoleon hat.
It's such a cool photo. Yeah, that's one of the ones I got a postcard of.
Yeah, and then a couple photos of George Harrison. There was one part where they had photos of George's parents. Like, I'd have to remember, like, did it say that Paul met George's family or something to take those photos? There's John on his guitar. Kind of makes me think of the cover to his acoustic album. Let me put that over. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, this is kind of really weird. Like looking at this photo of John here that Paul took, and then let me Yeah, and then you look at the cover is acoustic album. Like, it's practically the same pose, just John a little older.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
it is the same. Yeah, I think John had apparently printed that photo, I think. I just borrowed from.
Yeah, that... I mean, he's even wearing sunglasses in both photos.
Oh, yeah.
Even, like... It's like even same looking kind of guitar, although I don't know if they're the same guitar.
Hard to say, you know.
But it is,
I don't know,
there we see, one of those photos where Paul marked it with an X.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
And this is a bunch of selfies Paul took with that camera, posing really funny.
Hi, Percy. I'm on the phone.
Oh, hello, Percy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, selfie pics were really fun. I guess that camera must have had an automatic timer on it, which is how he was able to do that. Yeah.
Oh, this is in one of the rooms in the middle. They had like there were like displays showing off like facsimiles of like Beatles booklets explaining their tours or something, and they also it was probably a replica or just a not exactly the camera, but they had a prop Pentax camera to show that the kind of camera that Paul was using, and I made a comment to Waxbadger. It's could you imagine, I don't know, like a band that's getting popular in the 2020s, doing an exhibit like this 60 years later, and it's like instead of a Pentax camera, it's like here's the iPhone we use on this particular on this tour or whatever. I know it kind of feels a bit more special, like having actual film and not just pixels and zeros and ones in someone's phone.
Well, phones can take a lot of photos, and those old cameras, I mean, they're like limited to like 24 or 36, depending on the exposure capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you really, really, really had to take good photos back then.
Yeah, and then they have a description here of the Pentax camera. Oh, and there's a picture I took, of the camera right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the back of it also. And then I think that's supposed to be this is the part where they showed off some photos of Paul's family, because that's his brother Mike, and there's his father James or Jim. Yeah, they explained that Michael McCartney's his stage name Mike McGear, like that's some sort of right here, gear being the Scouse or Liverpool slang word for fab, so Mike Fab.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if for those of you who know your Paul McCartney songs, when in his song "Let Him In," when Paul mentions brother Michael, he's probably talking about his actual biological brother, and he also mentions his Auntie Jen as well in that song. And I'm not sure if that's young Paul or young Michael. And there's they mentioned that the Beatles had someone do like sculpture busts of their heads, and Paul took photos of that thing. And there's I think that's supposed to be John being sculpted somewhere. Maybe I took a photo with the photo description saying the sculptor was this dude. There's Brian Epstein. There they are with all their head busts.
Yep. There they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and if any of you want to, I guess, listen to audio of explaining this exhibit, there's a QR code you could scan.
Yeah. You're gonna have to have headphones for that, though, when you're at the museum.
Yeah, there's the Beatles. Well, three of them doing the Wojak meme, 60 years before it became popular.
Yeah, I guess George was taking the photo on that one.
Wait, if I remember, I think the description said that George got tonsillitis or something, so he was unavailable for a short time. Yeah, so that's probably why he's not there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Got tonsillitis.
Yeah, there's one of the descriptions. New York to Washington, D.C. So that would be towards maybe the end of when these photos were taken. Yeah, because I don't think we walked through this exhibit in chronological order. Train coming down.
Yeah, probably not. I remember there was one room where they had like the Ed Sullivan Show clips going on.
Yeah. See, and then oh yeah, they mentioned somewhere that in these photographs McCartney connects with the everyday people he sees, capturing their humanity with empathy. Yeah, he took pictures of like some random people he passed by.
Oh yeah.
So
I was kind of caught up.
Yeah, it's not.
Looking at that one.
It's not all just photos of the Beatles. It's just looking around his setting and everything.
Yeah, I was kind of captivated by the price from that New York to Washington trip. Like 7-something, wasn't it on there?
Yeah, it's a little. Like $785 or $735.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's like you pay like almost like hundreds of pay like $200 anymore for that maybe. I don't know.
Oh, this is one of the funnier things. Washington D.C. marquee announcing an adult film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
the Hippodrome.
Hippodrome.
Yeah.
There's actually there's a theater over in Julesburg, Colorado called that.
Yeah. Sorry, there are no photos inside of what happened here. Just the outside.
Yeah.
Miami police officer. Oh, interesting thing. Paul commented, I was in the car taking pictures of palm trees and general glamour of Miami when one of our police outriders pulled up right next to the car, and they were right where my camera lens was. It was still slightly shocking for us to see a gun in real life, as we didn't have armed police officers back home. So, and a little bit of a culture shock. And Paul even took a photo of the gun there. Happiness is a warm gun.
Yep.
And then this is them in Miami. Something on Instagram just popped up. I went to the bathroom and thank you for telling me about your bathroom excursion on Instagram.
Oh gosh. Ball places.
And it mentions here that Paul switched to color film, so not everything is in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so beach photos. They mentioned there's one photo where Paul was looking outside I guess their hotel window, and fans beneath would write messages in the sand to the Beatles. Oh, it says right there. And there's Bring Ringo, Paul. I love Paul. I think it says.
Yeah.
Or bring out Paul. Yeah.
Bring out Paul. Yeah, I love Paul. Yeah.
And then. Okay, they're roadie. This is. Oh, that's a photo they took of George Harrison, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having a Coke. Oh yeah, and Paul McCartney fishing. This is before he went vegetarian, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Paul would eat fish now.
Yeah.
But I do like this one photo. I should have used this as the thumbnail on DeviantArt for Affinity and everything.
I know. It's like it's like this expression is a foretelling of the man he'll become later on. Apparently he was grossed out by that fish, and I think he just kind of threw it back or something.
Yeah, there's Ringo, George, John, and I think that's Brian Epstein with them again.
Yeah. Look how short their shorts are.
Yeah. Let's see when.
Yeah.
I still don't know if Wojak is even a word.
Yeah.
I think that might have been something just made up for the meme. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I could look that up on Know Your Meme.
Yeah.
Oh, the photo film. This is interesting. If you see any of the ads for this exhibit on YouTube, let's see. They play a track. It was actually a bonus track that was on Paul McCartney's 2007 album Memory Almost Full. It's called 222, and they actually play an extended version of that track for this film that it just a montage of the photos Paul took in Miami, and I found one person on YouTube that actually posted it in full. So, but they didn't have comments open, which made me a little sad because I would have wanted to say, "Hey, I saw the same exhibit." But it does allow me to compare the album version of 222 to this new extended version that they had in the exhibit. Oh, I filmed it. Well, I'm not gonna, just to avoid any copyright strikes. I'm not gonna play 222 on my computer. And there's the photo of George Harrison with two hats.
Yeah.
And then there's Brian Epstein again, the Beatles manager. And then this is there were way more photos but I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't know if we'd get in trouble with the museum or something taking photos of all the pictures that were there. And then I guess maybe I could show off some of the other things we saw, because it wasn't just the Beatles exhibit we looked at.
Yeah.
There was also African art.
Yeah, that's what we did afterwards, the African art. Yeah, that's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, there's this one particular artist. I'd have to read her biography. I don't know if I'm going to say her name right. Leela Babri. But it's mentioned her biography here.
Leela Babri, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Says she's a black lesbian who makes interesting sculptures, and they're on display here. Yeah, they're kind of I think found object pieces.
Yeah.
And then they also have really old masks. Some of these are if I remember, some of them are centuries old, and some of them are just from the 20th century. Yeah, so they'd only be maybe 100 years old or something. Yeah, interesting looking. It almost looks like a boar. I don't know. Did it say what animal it's supposed to be? Just says Sapo. No, Sapo artist mask.
Sapo, yeah.
Sapo, I think, means
well, I think that's
toad in Spanish, but that's probably just.
Sapo, I think, is a tribe that in Africa that from the artist made it, I think.
Yeah. This is an interesting shield they had. Someone drew the Phantom, an old pulp comic book character, on their shield.
Oh yeah.
Very unusual. Yeah. You're seeing a bunch of old stuff in this section, and then you see a modern day, well, not modern, but you just seeing a comic book character on a shield. It's just kind of a little out of place.
Yeah, it's Western influence for you.
Yeah, and then we went into an exhibit where they had a bunch of paintings.
Yeah.
And then of course they have things on colonialism.
Yeah.
Stuff that Donald Trump and Prager University would want to erase for not being politically correct. And then Nuestra Señora de Refugio de los Pecadores, Our Lady Refuge of Sinners. Oh, a painting of Mary and Jesus. Yeah, just one of the. I guess that's one of the California missions.
Yeah.
Probably Mission Carmel. Not like Carmel Apples or unidentified artist. Oh yeah, and they have some Spanish stuff on the bottom. I was thinking of like trying to translate it. Born in Mexico, year of 1750, or okay, let's see if I remember. 1750. I'm not sure if I'm saying like I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 easy, and like up to 30 or 40 I'm fine counting in Spanish, but once I get past 50, it's like yeah, but then when I get to 80 and 90, 80, 90, then it's like okay, I know those. It's like 40, 50, 60, 70, I get confused. Oh, look at the coat of arms there. I was thinking of like I did that one pixel art animation where I took my mom's coat of arms on her side of the family and like made it like a Zelda shield. I was thinking, what if I made like a personal coat of arms with a guinea pig on it or something, and I don't know, did a design sort of like this.
That'd be awesome.
Dr. Don Pedro. Oh yeah, I even took colonial cultures. This would be, I guess, Civil War era paintings. Well, we got some. Yeah, this looks like something you'd hang over your fireplace. Those sorts of paintings.
Yeah, those landscapes were really pretty. I have to say that, especially with the evening colors in the sky.
Yeah. Oh, this one I really liked, where they illustrated a double rainbow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very much like the stuff I draw Perry doing, my Sundog character.
Yeah.
Another sunset. Oh, this one very colorful. It almost makes me think. Oh wait, this is from 2002. So not everything in here is like old stuff from 200 or 300 years ago.
Yeah. Still very impressionist inspired though.
Yeah, I was thinking Fauvism just from how it was colored. Lisa Butler. Yeah, this was a interesting tapestry.
I love. Yeah, I think it's like one of my favorite, other paintings out there. I love his afro. It's really cool.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, the dots there makes it look like it's, I don't know, an outer space afro or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some of the more older looking art. This is a pretty. Yeah, again, this is a type of painting you'd probably hang over your fireplace or in the living room or something. Oh, Maurice Brazil Prendergast. Well, oh wow, you can actually have Brazil as an actual name. So when I named my character Aunt Brazil, it's like it's not totally crazy. Someone would have the name Brazil. Wow. Of course, I named that character when I was 10 years old or something. So it's not like I knew. I just thought, oh, this character is named after a country because she's crazy. I didn't know that Brazil could be an actual person's name.
Probably a Portuguese word before it was even a country's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This was a nice one. Another. Did I have a? Yeah, this was like part of the young. We didn't have the time to see everything, but that's like a different area where they just had some strange thing suspended from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then we went through this interesting exhibit where it was like a bunch of films that who's the filmmaker? Looking for Langston. Isaac, yeah. A bunch of very strange films he made. and it's like one of the strangest parts of the museum. I've been to the De Young before, like when I was in art school, and this stuff is all new.
Mm-hmm.
But I took a few pictures, and it's like supposed to explore. It says here exploring themes about, gay people being in the closet and everything.
Yeah, well, I think this was also a special exhibit. I think paying for one special exhibit allows you to see other ones.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we were able to get in.
Like these are like a bunch of his films. They even tell you how long each movie is. So it's like, okay, if you were to actually watch all these films beginning to end, let me get my calculator out. Like, how much time would you be spending here? This
12, 28, 20.
Okay, I'm just going to count the minutes, not the seconds. Well, maybe I'll do the seconds separately. $16, 32. So 209 minutes.
Yeah.
And then 50 plus 4.
Let's look at that. For the math, I gotta be definitely like over 3 hours.
So 228 divided by 60. Okay, so I'll just say 3 minutes. Let's estimate 4 minutes. 209 plus 4 divided by 60. Yeah, so if you were to actually watch every single of these films beginning to end, you would be in this part of the museum for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm, unless you're seeing like one of the shorter films, it's like 12 minutes. I'm not sure a lot of people were actually watching these in full.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a big commitment,
Yeah, but the way they displayed these films though is very interesting. Like this one, it was like on 3 different screens. It kind of reminds me of when Disneyland, before Tomorrowland got its makeover. Like, I don't remember what it. I'm trying to remember, but there was one film, like an America film, where they had a 360 theater. It almost feels a bit like that, but just scaled down. But the rooms get more surreal. Yeah, they have descriptions of each film. Like here, a similar get-up, but it's like 3 screens that's being projected on. Makes it feel really weird. But this is not even the weirdest room. I took a few, and sometimes they'll only have something on 1 screen or 2 screens. This has to be like pretty difficult to film, like choosing when to which screen is on and which is off.
Oh yeah. I remember this. I think I can remember one of them. This one gal like had a gun on her.
Yeah, this is one of the more bizarre rooms where it's like multiple screens, and this is where the exhibit started to feel like it's a kind of a weird dream or something, where you're just surrounded by all these screens everywhere. And then I took a few photos in the dark, like this, and it makes it just when you see the room dark like this and all the screens are off, it just, I'm not sure I'd say it feels like a liminal space or something. I like liminal spaces are, I don't know, the technical definition is it's, I don't know, a room where you don't spend a lot of time and it's just, you're transitioning from one place to another. I'm not sure if this sort of room would technically like qualify, but it's like people find empty rooms for stores or something, or like here's a furniture store with no furniture after it's been closed, and people call that a liminal space. I don't know.
Yeah, empty stores can be pretty creepy, though, I have to say. Especially after they clear everything out.
Oh, and there's all the lights that are on. You know, when... Yeah, but I like it when, like, everything's off and you're not sure what the purpose of this room is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's back in the... Okay, this is the really, really weird room where all the screens aren't just all against a wall. It's like they're all scattered around the room and you walk around them. And that's where it really feels surreal. And it was like, I don't know, you have two characters talking about race relations or something across from each other. Meanwhile, there's like videos of like cities or something like all around, and I'm not sure how you keep track of all this.
Yeah, I was getting lost in there, I have to say that, because I was, I wasn't even sure which, screen had the audio on it. It's like I had to find it.
Yeah. Imagine, I don't know, instead of an IMAX, just a really, really huge movie screen, like they presented a movie this way where it's like, split up across multiple screens, and I don't know, you just have to keep turning your head everywhere, guessing where you're supposed to look.
Right.
Make the movie a whole puzzle, and then taking photos outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Lift every voice. I'm trying to remember, did John Lennon visit this area? Like, I could have sworn, like, the music video for Mind Games went to... I don't know if it was in New York or if he went to San Francisco for a bit.
It might have. I don't know.
Let me just quickly search something. John Lennon Mind Games. John Lennon in San Francisco. Well, I'm not talking about the Candlestick Park, their final concert as the Beatles. I was 1972. John and Yoko visited San Francisco and were filmed for a piece with Geraldo Rivera. Let me look up John Lennon Mind Games music video. Oh, not... Yeah, for some reason I was thinking video game for some reason. Central Park, New York? Okay, for some... I thought there was a building that looked similar to that one... The photo I took. Okay, so maybe it was something in New York, not San Francisco. I could be wrong.
Well, yeah. New York and San Francisco have a lot of similar things. I mean, could have been Central Park.
Yeah. More photos I took. Oh, coyote alert. I just took a picture of that because I'm probably not going to say his name right. Ah Fei from the Chinese panel I went to at Further Confusion. Like, I remember he showed me the characters that are used to write coyote in Chinese. I should check, are those the same characters or something? I didn't know that there were coyotes in San Francisco. Yeah, but you can see in multiple languages, English, Spanish, and Chinese, telling you to don't feed the coyotes.
We have coyotes around here. It's been a while since I've last seen one in a while, though. But they usually show up mostly in the early morning.
Yeah. I should show this. We ate at a burger restaurant called like Halal Burgers or something, or Oasis Burgers. I don't remember what it's called, but they have this this display of a dinosaur. It almost looks like Yoshi a bit.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Oasis Grill's the name of the place. Yeah, that's halal dinosaur. Yeah, it's a tasty burger. But I actually had a beef and gyros wrap.
Yeah, I just had a regular halal burger.
Yeah.
I'm looking at chat. Glorp is an actual name, and it's kind of funny because kids look less like a glorp when they get older. If I had to choose sitting in a theater for 4 hours or watch paint dry, I think I'd rather watch paint dry. Yeah, people saying they sat through Avengers Endgame or Lord of the Rings or the most recent Avatar movie. Well, imagine, I don't know, like you're watching a long-ass movie, but they make you watch part of it in one room, but then you have to go to another room to watch the rest of it or something. I mean, but these are like all separate films that this guy made. It wasn't just one ginormous film split across different rooms. Anything else you'd like to mention about your California trip?
Oh, well, we've talked about the Disney Museum a little bit. I have photos of that. And then the day before the young, I went on the Blue and Gold Line boat trail tour. Got really close to the Golden Gate Bridge. I finally saw the other side of Alcatraz with the Indian land writing. And then, of course, while I was at the Disney Museum, of course, I also saw had some photos of the Presidio, so it was really nice over there. I have a whole photo of the Golden Gate Bridge in fog, which is usually a good way of knowing that it's pretty hot over in Livermore, where of course I was later today.
Yeah. Like the last time we saw each other in San Francisco, like last year, I forget. Did we go to Japantown or Chinatown? What did we do last time?
We went to Chinatown, and then you were showing me around some of the, yeah. The last time I was there, things kind of one thing kind of got screwed up with me was the lodging situation. I'm going to tell you guys, do not use a third-party booking site if you can help it, okay? Because they when I got to the hotel, they did not honor my reservation, so then I had to go to a couple of hostels. God forbid I'll ever stay at a hostel again. So this time though, I decided to go with an Airbnb house. That was, I had shared other guests there, but I had my own room. So much nicer. Yeah.
I forgot. Before we went to the Paul McCartney exhibit, we're not going chronological, just like the exhibit. We also visited the Nintendo store in San Francisco.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed that off to Waxbadger.
Yeah. I bought a Charmander plush there, and I wanted to get a T-shirt with Mario wearing the Tanuki suit, but then they didn't have my size. So.
Shoot, did I take any photos? I guess I took no photos in the little gift shop they had in the De Young, but there was some Paul McCartney, like they had the book with all of Paul's photos, but it was like $75, and it was tempting, but that was a bit much for me. What I got, there were also some sweatshirts, and I thought of like, maybe I could have Peter the Cat wear that, but those were also really expensive. And I just got a keychain. I can show that off. Well, I guess I can show off the sticker also. Let me get my keychain. I didn't buy anything from the Nintendo store on this visit because, well, I bought a bunch of stuff. Whoops. I want to knock over my camera. I bought a bunch of stuff the first time I visited with my dad and my brother. But this time I didn't know what I want to get, so I just looked around. I didn't get anything. But, this is one of the portfolios I keep all my Pokemon cards in, but, where did I put my Paul McCartney sticker? Was it on I guess on the back? Yeah, I just keep a bunch of stickers from, like, albums I buy. But, here we go. I took, well, it's right there. I took it off my shirt and put it in this little booklet. You can see, like, I kept a packet from, I guess, Japanese cards I bought in the comic book store near me. Like, this would have been something I bought, age 12 or something? That's really old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also have, like, old stickers, like, I have this Misty sticker. I don't remember where I got that. And, these would be, like, candy wrappings I got from Disneyland. I think the Mario picture here came from, like, a Nintendo, like, fruit snack packet. And, for some reason, I kept this sticker of, Samus from Metroid Other M. I think that was in Nintendo Power or something. Yeah, before we knew what a train wreck that Other M was. Yeah, I'm trying to look at... Like, I'm trying to remember, like, the heart sticker I think I got when I got one of my COVID shots. And a lot of these other stickers, No Reflection, You're So Vain. That's the sticker that was on Marilyn Manson's album Born Villain, and Paul McCartney's Oceans, one of his classical music albums. Like, I put the sticker on there, and then, Ringo Starr's EPs, I have stickers from those. Oh yeah, I'm talking about this Paul McCartney exhibit. Here's the keychain. I kept it in its little baggie just to keep it safe.
Oh yeah,
I'll take it out. There we go. Just says, get it to focus. It says Paul McCartney photographs 1963-64 Eyes of the Storm. And on the back is, I guess, whoever manufactured this keychain, NPG, whoever they are. I mean, normally you'd think it's Paul's whatever his company is, McCartney MLP or something. I don't remember what. But its symbol is like a person juggling things. Yeah. All right, let me put this stuff away. I have a bunch of Pokemon cards I haven't sorted that I just have laying out. I'll do something with them later. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to remember. Yeah, memory almost full, like, lets you draw your own chair. I don't know if this is something the previous owner of this drew. No, this looks like it's printed on, so I guess... Oh. I can't tell if this is like someone drew a chair or something there.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Those photos, those selfies of Paul posing in the museum, like, it kind of looks like how he's posing here. Kind of reminds me of those the old photos that he took. That one wall where it's like just a bunch of small photos of him posing funny. I don't know. It just makes me think of that. I think that's a photo from his music video for Ever Present Past. That's what it looks like.
He's a very photogenic guy.
And I also think there's a bit of Paul being a bit mischievous here, having his crotch be on the CD here. I mean, he also released an album called Kisses on the Bottom. Although, if you listen to the actual song, you'll find that it's a lot more innocent than it sounds.
Yeah. CD and DVD.
Yeah, let me just put this away. Put this back. Oh, let me put away this also. Yeah, I was about to get started on the James's commission again. All right. I guess we could geek out a bit more about the Beatles or something, since you're still in the call.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't really had any reason not to drop the call yet. I don't know, just I could drop a link of the. Well, no, I probably shouldn't. Since we were talking about the museum exhibit, I guess I could go ahead and just kind of drop. I didn't take Daniel though.
You kind of broke up a bit there. What were you saying?
I was saying that I was just gonna. I just dropped a link in the chat. With some of the photos I took of the exhibit.
Yeah, you also had photos of our dog Bella. I remember. I haven't looked at all of them. Yeah. I should do that later.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There might also be some. Yeah, might be some photos of some things I saw in your house too. I only dropped the folder for the DM museum and chat, but not.
Oh, okay.
Not that part. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah. Did you share the Twitch link with James, by the way?
I did. He said he might be here later.
Oh, you would? Okay. Yeah, because you're working on his commission now, so I just thought I'd ask. I think he's still in Michigan. I think it might be after 10 where he's at now. So I don't know what time zone Port Arthur's on. Yeah.
Okay, I can't tell if what is hair. Yeah, it's like now I'm realizing maybe I should have redrawn this a bit. It would probably be okay if I just did it like that. His forehead there. I debated with myself like whether to draw this on my I sketched this in Sketchbook Pro, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the coloring and outlines like on my iPad or in Sketchbook Pro, and I thought if I'm gonna stream this, I might as well just do this in Sketchbook Pro.
Yeah, whatever's easier.
I don't know if there's a way I can connect my iPad screen to Twitch or something.
That would be good if you could. If you have Twitch on your iPad, I think you should be able to do that.
I'm able to Twitch stream from my phone, but it's just using my phone camera. It's not screen capping what's on my phone. Maybe there is a way to screen share from my iPad. I'm not sure.
I think there is. I would imagine there has to be. If you could do it from your phone, you gotta be able to do it from tablets too.
Oh, speaking of which, I just made affiliate status, so thank you to everyone that that's supported me this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do, though. I don't know how to do I haven't yet learned how to do the special effects. Like, I don't know, if I want to celebrate, I have confetti all over the place or something.
Mm. Yeah.
There is I also thought of like showing this off. There is something in the I mentioned this to you, Waxbadger, on Telegram, but I think I'll show this off in stream. Just a warning to people that like want to like become a Twitch partner or something. Just a moment. Let me just put this screen up for a bit. Actually, wait. Let me do the version with the spheres. Yeah, I want to show something off that I found a little concerning. Do I have it in? I just need to find where did I put it. Oh, there's a Twitch affiliate survey I filled out. Yeah, it was completely optional, but I don't know, some of the information they were asking about you was a little strange.
Yeah,
Here we go, the
surveys
Twitch
are
agreement.
mixed bag.
Yeah, let me read something. Okay, Okay, let me see if is there a way to enlarge this. Well, I guess I'll just. Yeah, I skimmed over like the agreement and everything, and they had this in section 6. They had this line I got a little concerned about. The term of this agreement will begin your acceptance of this. That's a little redundant. The term of this agreement will begin upon your acceptance of this agreement and will end when terminated by either us, you, or us. 6.2. In addition to Twitch's rights set forth in section 6.3 below, either you or we may terminate this agreement at any time with or without cause. Blah 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 blah. 6.3. This is the one that kind of had me a little nervous. This section 6.3 applies only to Twitch partners and does not apply to Twitch affiliates, so it doesn't affect me. But if I do promote myself to Twitch partner, this is something I have to keep in mind. We may suspend or terminate in our sole and absolute discretion your agreement immediately upon written notice. A. If you commit any act or become involved in any situation which brings you, Twitch, Amazon, or their respective affiliates into disrepute, contempt, scandal, or ridicule, or which may shock, insult, or offend a significant portion of the community. B. If you make any statements, this is where it gets a little nervous for me, if you make any statements or take any actions that disparage, defame, sully, or compromise the goodwill, name, brand, or reputation of Twitch, Amazon, or their respective affiliates, if you commit any other act that may injure, hinder, or interfere with the business interests of Twitch, Amazon, or their respective affiliates, if you or any user content violates the terms of service of this or this agreement, and you or your Twitch channel is suspended or banned from the Twitch services as a result. E, if you or your Twitch channel is deemed a repeat infringer. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Don't break the copyright law. And we will come after you if you break this agreement or whatever. But it's the part about you can't, disparage, defame, sully, or compromise the goodwill, name, brand, or interests of Twitch, Amazon, or their respective affiliates. Our late dog, Sully, would probably not appreciate, the word Sully being used to, like, doing something bad to someone. He's a precious dog. We will not allow his name to be misused like that. But it just, I don't know. To me, like, if I become a Twitch partner, if I can't disparage, defame, sully, or compromise the goodwill, name, or brand of Amazon or Twitch, does that mean I'm not allowed to shit talk Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what to believe. I just like. I mean, I guess some of these corporate guys do have a lot of pride and everything. So it's like, you gotta be careful, I guess.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I do sometimes do some edgy things in videos. I mean, I'm not levels of, like, I don't know, Mr. Beast, doing his own version of Squid Game type of shocking, but I don't know, like, what there's people will have different opinions on what's shocking and insulting, so that's a little bit of a gray area, but it's like the thing I'm really concerned is saying you can't defame, sully, whatever, Twitch or Amazon. Like, does that mean if I become a Twitch partner, I now have to kiss Jeff Bezos's ass and I don't know, say it's ice cream or something. I don't know. That's just something that kind of worries me. I mean, if I become a Twitch partner and then I start talking about how wonderful Jeff Bezos is, Amazon is a perfectly ethical company that never, does bad things to its employees, and the Washington Post is the greatest newspaper ever, you will know that I have been bought off. Yeah, Guinea Pig Dan is sold out at that point. Okay. Oh, I'm just looking at the gap between his nose and his eyes, and I'm not sure I really like that. I might redraw his eyes later. I might keep the nose as it is. It's just the shape, how the eyes and the nose come together. I might have to look at some of the drawings I've done of human Peter and James. No relation. Human James, the human version of my Red Panda character James, not this James. That's going to be a bit confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, I see James just made it. Yeah, hello, James. Yeah. Can you translate all that corporate jargon? The translation is, if you become a Twitch partner, don't badmouth our Lord and Savior Jeff Bezos or Amazon. Yeah, I think that's the best way to translate it.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying there. Yeah.
I mean, but any job is going to do that. Like, I don't know, if you work for YouTube, YouTube probably does not want you making videos shit talking their executives or something.
Most likely, no. I don't know. It's like, these corporations anymore. It's like they. Well, I don't know. It's like when you become like when you start monetizing your videos or start, an affiliate or whatever they call you. It's like, it's like you kind of become a de facto employee to them. Kind of how it seems to work.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't always read all those terms and conditions. I probably. I might be more likely to say something that gets me in trouble, but who knows? Well, of course, I don't know.
Draw James's hair here. Sideburns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have to do this on above his forehead. Oops. I can hear mom or dad downstairs watching something where there's a lot of sensor beeps.
Uh-oh. Hmm. Ooh.
I mean, I don't know, it makes me think of the one animation I did of my platypus Shank listening to Marilyn Manson's song "This Is the New Shit." I don't know if I ever made that public. It's just I was afraid of being copyright struck or something, even though it's like what, a 10 or 15-second clip of the song.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Discord call. I'm gonna go get some water. If that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll still be on the chat though, but
Alrighty.
I'll be right. I'll be right back though.
Okay. Yeah. Say thank you to Waxbadger for being our guest star. Yeah, so I guess now I'll just do the art portion. Dreamsworks eyebrows here. I'll do some outlining on James here, and then I'll draw a few more frames of Ken's animation. I think. Let me draw James's face just a bit. Of course, make a duplicate layer. Save the old sketch in case I don't like this new redraw. I just want to fix how his nose and his eyes connect. I'm just going to bring up pictures of human Peter and James on my phone just for guidance. Yeah, I'll reference my own drawings to help me draw my own characters or draw other people's characters. Okay. Yeah, that's why this looked wrong to me. Like I usually have the nose kind of connect with the eyes, so that's why. Yeah, I like how this nose looks, but okay, let's just very carefully. Don't want to like. Hopefully that's not too big. Yeah, that's. The idea is maybe bring the eyes a little closer. Oh, I was just seeing one of my friends message me on Telegram. Watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. When did they recruit a French dog? Okay, am I missing anything? I think they mean Cosmo. was going to do, I was going to look up one of the photo refs James gave me. Yeah, just to help me redraw his nose and eyes. Yeah, sorry, I'm redoing the eyes here. I just want to, oops, make them a little closer to the nose. The thing on drawing noses, you make them look like a little rocket ship. That's what I learned in okay, so I have downward. Let's wherever the drawing, just to check it. Tilt the nose a little bit. Oops. Come on. This one. Oops. I need to look up. Need to check my photo refs. Sorry. Okay, I can see where I could have done better with the nose.
I'm gonna color part of it, and then I'll do Ken's commission. I'm not gonna color it completely, just work on part of it. Just there's part of the nose I want to redo. Sorry. Remember, rocket shape. And make sure the eyes are roughly the same size. Just make this version 2. I might redo some of the lines here. Excuse me. Oh, shoot, I got hiccups. I might keep those the way they are. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I think the eyebrows are fine. Right. have a... Oh, yeah, I do. I forgot. Made sure to... I decided on the colors for the shirt and everything. Okay. This layer will go on top. Oops. It's a 737. I'm like thinking of like doing the upper body outlines, and then I might do a Ken's commission. How I draw here in Sketchbook Pro isn't too different from how I draw in Procreate on my iPad. Although Sketchbook Pro, I like this particular pencil. It's nice and soft. Like there's very different types of brushes you get in Sketchbook Pro and Procreate. If I want a soft outline, I'll use the pencil tool here in Sketchbook Pro. But if I want a harder outlines, I might go with Procreate. I don't know how Procreate. No, excuse me. I say this without yawning. I don't know if Procreate differs a lot when you draw on your computer instead of on an iPad. Okay, make this a separate layer to sleeve here. Oops. Usually when I outline in Sketchbook Pro, I'll like copy a layer just to make it a little thicker. Actually, shit. There's a bit of shirt there. There we go. A little bit of elbow that's a bit tricky to draw. You don't want to make certain angles look too angular. Like I want to make this elbow look pointed, but not too pointy. Also, have to be careful. Trying to continue a line that I don't want it to look too obviously like too thick and the two lines drawn. There we go. really want to do Art Fight again, but I'm too busy with my own stuff.
I've seen people doing, posting art fights on Blue Sky or Fur Affinity, or mentioning them in Discord. And I have to admit, I'm not entirely sure what an art fight is. It looks like it's kind of like an art trade, except, I don't know, you're competing with each other. I might do one someday. I should probably find like royalty-free music or something, or music that won't get me copyright struck that I can play in the background. That's what I see other streamers like Has All the Donkey and Gusly Wolf do. Something just relaxing. If I could get away with it somehow. Whenever I put up my various overlay screens, like, since I have the opening one is supposed to be a reference to Flaming Pie, and if I could play Flaming Pie without getting flagged or something, or a track from Back to the Egg or Venus and Mars for the BRB screen, I'd do that. I was brainstorming, like, maybe I do my own keyboard cover of songs from Paul's Wings albums or his solo albums, just to get around it. So, I mean, if I covered a Beatles song, people would know what it is, but if I covered, like, I don't know, a Wings song or a solo Paul song, only the most diehard Beatles fans would recognize what the song is. And I don't want people to, if I try to play Flaming Pie on my keyboard, I don't want people thinking it's an original composition if they don't know where the song came from. There's like tons of YouTube videos I can watch that like explain, here's how to play this random ass pop song on a keyboard or something. Mostly a yearly thing where folks can join a team and try their best to do a drawing for someone on the opposing team, or attack, as they call it. Oh. Shoot. Oh, shit. I want to redo this arm here.
I want to like at least have a little ear detail. It'll only be on this ear though. Yeah, those two little lines. I mean, the ear is kind of covered by the hair anyway, so it's like you're not going to see much of the complicated ear shape. Actually, looking at my photo ref, you barely see any ear detail anyway, although that could just be because it's pixelated. I guess I'm fine. I guess I'll add some flat colors here just to see how it looks, but usually when I color I like to thicken the lines. This will just be temporary. Okay. Probably be able to see it a bit easier if I made the background yellow or something. Just making the background like a different color just so I can more easily spot any gaps in the coloring. I don't know if red is a bit too harsh. I can't really see the skin tone against yellow. Orange, it's a bit easier. I guess I'll just stick with orange for now. Maybe there's another color, like maybe a light blue. Light blue works. Well, maybe I should switch colors. I do darker blue. I'm just trying to figure out like what's a color that makes the outlines easy to see, but also makes it easy to see if like I forgot there's any gaps in coloring or something. Purple. Yeah, I'm just having fun with colors right now. Okay, I think green is good. Alright. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'll just very quickly color the upper part of James's body here and then move on to Ken's commission. I'm doing James's first because since Ken's is an animation commission, it's going to be a lot more complicated. So I thought I'd do something a bit easier first before I do the more difficult one. Next time I stream, I would like to talk about the Superman movie, so there would be spoilers, I guess. saw the Superman movie with my friend Keyblade Raccoon on Tuesday, and it was pretty good. Getting kind of hungry, so I might break for like 5-10 minutes just to get food. So I hope you don't mind watching me eat on stream. No, this won't be a mukbang. Oh yeah, bad guys too. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked Bad Guys 1. I wish there was an alternate ending where Marmalade won and took over the world. I mean, guinea pigs taking over the world? How's that a bad thing? Yeah, some of you who came in a bit late, might be confused why this stream is titled, Garfield 2 announcement. That's because I haven't changed the title from the previous stream I did. Before I came on to stream, OBS asked if I wanted to do an update, and I said okay. And for some reason, the chat box and the box where I changed stream settings disappeared when I did the update. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did OBS just screw me over? It was just completely confusing, and I have no idea why OBS did that on me. So I should fix the problem before, I stream again, and, every stream from now on just says Garfield 2 announcement. I should one of these days do a review of the 2024 Garfield movie. I've kind of taken my sweet time. But I did like the 2024 movie. I mean, when it comes to Garfield movies, the bar is very low for what's good, quote unquote. I mean, you got the 2004 and 2006 movies, which are not really kind of crap. Then you have the direct-to-DVD movies, which are just really weird. And then you have the 2024 movie, which, I don't know, may not be great, but compared to what came before, it's, a lot better than the old movies. Although I did see some, only the headlines. I didn't actually read them. There were some headlines I saw that were saying that they
some critics actually preferred the old 2004 and 2006 movies to the 2024 one. I'm not sure why, though. I mean, I'm avoiding reading reviews of the Garfield. I haven't even watched any reviews of the Garfield movie, just because, if I do my own review, I want it to be my own thoughts and not just have it be influenced by someone else's review. And I took my friend Keyblade Raccoon with me just so I could have a non-Garfield fan's perspective, and he said he really liked, the movie's iteration of Garfield and Odie and John. I'm just wondering, are they going to snag any more Avengers actors? I don't know, have Tom Holland be the voice of Nermal? Have, he played Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson be the... Go away. Scarlett Johansson be the voice of Arlene. Oh, this sounds like a Hollywood cry for help. I mean, that's been a criticism of, casting Chris Pratt in almost everything. That, it's not giving actual voice actors a chance. Studios would rather just go with celebrity voices, even if they don't know how to do voice acting. Oh, crap. My bad. Yeah. Speaking of Avengers actors, I saw that Jeremy Renner is going to be at GalaxyCon this year. I mean, since I'm not sure if he's technically been fired by Disney, but it's like they didn't. I guess they were not paying him enough or something. He's like, I want out. So I guess I don't know. He's probably gonna do some conventions since he's probably gonna have a lot more free time since he's not needed as Hawkeye or something. Although I do wonder if part of the reason why Disney, I don't know, is lowballing Renner is because of the allegations against him from his ex-wife or something. Kind of similar to the Jonathan Majors issue. Although Jeremy Renner's divorce, I don't think it got as big as Jonathan Majors' whole problem. That's why Chris Pratt shouldn't have been Mario in the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah. They just announced the actors for the live-action Legend of Zelda movie. I mean, I don't know who either the actors for Link or Zelda are.
I mean, it's like Nintendo tweeted, "This is Miyamoto. I'm happy to announce the actors will be this dude and this lady. The movie comes out in 2027, and I don't know. I always feel a bit weird when I see Miyamoto tweeting about the Mario movie or the Zelda movie, because it's like, I know he's an executive producer, but he's not the person actually writing or directing these films. But on the other hand, I get that Nintendo fans would rather listen to him than, I don't know, Avi Arad, who's going to produce the Zelda movie. The guy who produced Morbius. I mean, to be fair, he's produced a lot of good Marvel movies also, but it's like, lately, he's had more misses than hits. It makes me wonder, did Miyamoto see the Japanese dub of Morbius, thought to himself, this is the best movie ever. Get me that producer, Avi Arad. He's perfect for the Zelda movie. And recommended Avi Arad in Nintendo or something. This is how I do eyes. Just draw them on a separate layers, apart from the skin. I might do the actual irises in GIMP. Usually I'll draw them in GIMP, and then I'll rotate them in Photoshop. I know, it's like one of the older versions of GIMP did rotations well, but the newer version of GIMP, they look too pixelated, so I just take them into Photoshop where they look a bit smoother. Here we go. Okay, I think I'll leave James here and then move on to Ken's animation. So, I might draw James a bit more later off stream. So, let me take a 5-10 minute break. So, here, watch Domino with his eggs. That's why I chose the anime protagonist's voice for my main character, who's heavily inspired by the plumber in question, because that too is an easier voice.
Oh. What is this? Wait, I'm right there? Oh, I'm alive. Hello, I am Levy the Alligator again. I don't know what I'm doing here on Twitch. Hello, I'm Twitch the Guinea Pig. Whoa. What are you doing here? No, I'm the mascot. Because my name is Twitch. Oh, you look tasty. No, don't eat me. Rah! Hey! Oh! 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 Next time.
What happened while I was away? Well. Alright, well, put you back there. I guess the pasta I ate made me a little hiccupy. Okay. They're probably guinea pigged out a bit. Yeah, you can see the chat, which is usually here in OBS Studio, is like missing. And like all the stream settings over here that let me change the title are also missing after doing the update. But all the settings on the bottom are still normal, thankfully. Yeah, look at that. We're just looking in this infinite tunnel. Like I like how the mouse can be like a snake almost. Whee! Or if I want to really make it weird, if I just like, well, I'm a little afraid to point the camera at my computer screen just so I don't accidentally unplug it, but I guess I could just, let's see if I watch myself live. Oh, come on. Damn it. Live. Oh, yeah, there we go. It can be like, just do infinite loops here. Okay, I gotta stop because it's making feedback. There. You want to take antacids before bed? Oh. Okay. I know, I just like doing that tunnel effect. Where was I? Oh yeah. Let's work on this animation some more. I've drawn a few more frames, and I even made a mock animatic. I can show that off. Here, if I open up Sketchbook Pro. Well, I don't need that there anymore. I guess I can just move my phone to the side. If I do playback, I painstakingly figured out how long each action is going to be, and so I about 112 frames. I spaced out everything just so like I could figure out like how many in-betweens am I going to need and everything. Then of course I'll go over this and clean up all the drawings. Let's pause. Okay, how long am I going to have them just resting there? Oh yeah, eventually I want to have the mouse look over. Yeah, I need a... Yeah, this is going to take me a while going over, turning off every frame. I probably should have prepared this beforehand just so I don't waste time. Or maybe I could just open this in Photoshop. Excuse me. Which lets me turn off a bunch of frames really quick. Whereas here, if I There are some places where I can just loop an animation or repeat frames, so I don't have to draw like exactly 112 new frames or something. I should like figure out just 2 frames of the... Yeah, I should... Oops. The eyes start to move. Let's, I guess just have maybe 2 frames of the eye looking over, and then actually turns their head. It's probably where it would be useful if I kept the size of the heads more consistent, just so I could see how much it's turning around and everything. How many in-betweens is right, because that clip that inspired this commission was drawn in ones and not twos. You may have also noticed in reference I gave, these characters have beads for eyes like those Thai Beanie Babies or not. Yeah. Yeah. Although, like, having the outline of an eye here at least, lets me know, not to have the eyes go too far out somewhere. Also, like, at least have a suggestion of an eyelid, so when they blink or something. Hello, Percy. It's all a... I will duplicate this layer with a head moving. I might have the body move a bit also. Yeah, I have an arc. I mean, I could just have only the head move and the body doesn't react, but I should have at least a little bit motion on the body, like when the head's about to move. Like when the blink occurs, maybe have the shoulders move up a bit in reaction. Here, eyes are about to blink. I should bring up a reference. Yeah, just so I don't forget how they're supposed to look. Oh, thank you, Percy. Okay. And then, yeah, ears go up. Oh, I should also redraw the shoulders going up a little bit. I did have a squash on the shoulders. On the body. I forgot. Let me draw the shoulder. I could. Yeah, mechanical arm goes up a little bit. There's regular. Make the goggles go up a little bit. Okay, I guess I'll have one frame. Actually, I have a frame where he pops up and then his head settles, or should I just have it be just one in between and then head rests there? Because again, having a little bit of a head going up as his head finishes turning, it would, give a feeling of inertia and everything, but on the other hand, it's like, am I over animating at that point? If it does look over animated, I can always just get rid of the extra frame. These two animals are soft toy. I just saw someone on, I don't remember if it's Twitch or, not Twitch, or Twitter or Blue Sky, drew overly expressive versions of the Mii fighters in Smash 4 and Ultimate. Making their smiles a lot bigger. It's kind of a little uncanny, to be honest. features look a little more consistent. It'll be easier to tell when this is in motion. I'll probably use the first frame as a reference for how big to draw the head and how to draw the face, and that'll help. This is just a rough animation to figure out how to shoot. Don't want to trace too much. Nope. Okay, good. Okay. It looks over. A few in betweens on turning the head. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Just really quick. I've got a water bottle behind me. I also have a sparkling water. Looks like Bomb is just staring for a few frames. I think, I'm trying to remember if the rule is like how often to have a character blink, like do it every 12 or 24 frames. Excuse me, just so they don't look frozen or dead or something. So I might just have some random blinking frames just to make, well, let's look at the original clip. Like, how often does Clarabelle Cow blink? Oh well, she does blink a few times just to be like doing cute eyes. Okay. I was just thinking just blinking while she's staring just to still make her look a kind of alive. So, I guess some in-betweens here. Maybe starts to move his eyes down. Notices that Bomb is starting to reach down.
I could just rotate the head a bit here. Not really. Yeah, it's just going to be a slight. Oops. Looks down. And maybe I have her blink as she looks down. Just, again, make her look lively. I don't know, maybe. Okay, where's her? Just goes to her side. I should really like act this out in video. Yeah, maybe as a substitute for the bell, I don't know, I use my cross necklace or something. Or some other necklace. Just as a prop, because I don't have any bells that I wear around my neck. Hmm. That might be a bit too big of a separation for our arms. They're just close together, so maybe something like this. There we go. Okay. Maybe I should just... I don't know, it's like... I don't know, like... She has her arms together and then... Maybe... It's like she's going... I don't know, that's kind of what I'm drawing. Again, I should have shot a video of myself acting this scene out. Just so I could figure out, like, what the character's doing and not just make stuff up off the top of my head. Well, I could just look at what Clarabelle Cow is doing. Again. Okay, so she puts her arms down and then reaches up for the bell. So I guess I could... Maybe she has her arm out, putting this arm down. She's about to, I don't know. She's not supposed to have fingers, but maybe. Okay. Maybe here she's starting to look more down. Trying to look down. Maybe your ears go a bit forward. Or would they go back? I'm not sure. Maybe I should redraw where the bell is. More. I mean, well, how is it on Clarabelle? Oh, it actually is opposite from where head is facing. Okay, never mind. Shoot. Yeah, these hands aren't supposed to have fingers except for the robot hand there, so. This will be her about to open her paw and grab the bell. You're looking down, lower. Okay, so here's a face I might redraw, where she's looking down lower to match this frame.
Maybe I should have made this a keyframe instead of a breakdown. This will be the frame where she grabs the bell. I was about to... Again, I should do a video reference. And maybe I'll have her blink as she looks up to raise the bell. And Bacchio's eyes, I guess, will be at the lowest. Like, what is she doing? And make it look more like she's actually grabbing the bell. Okay, somehow the arm's supposed to go out like that, so I guess maybe make it midway there. Then I don't know, would it look weird if they blinked at the same time? Because I just watch you and think like maybe he'd blink here. Okay, so here, oops. Now she starts to look up. ears lean a bit. She's now looking. She was looking down. Now she's gonna look back up. Hmm. Hear him. Maybe I don't need this frame. She just goes straight to. I'm not sure if I need keyframe 3 here. Just have her grab the bell. Don't have her pose like this. Just takes the bell and goes straight to like maybe breakdown 3 and keyframe 4 where she rises it up. Yeah, that's right off the bat. Maybe I'll save as. No, not the penguin. Although if I do delete a keyframe, I will have to renumber all the other keyframes. Or maybe I just redraw this frame as an in-between or something. Or duplicate it. I don't know. Oops. Again, blinking makes his arms go up a bit. No, Maymay, hello. And Seamaster. Hello to both of you. Yeah, just earlier I was talking about the Paul McCartney photography exhibit in the De Young in San Francisco, and Waxbadger was here also. Yeah. You know, recapping what happened, you know, earlier in the stream. What happened earlier in the stream? Why did I say scream? The Stream Scream. That could be a with a Scream Stream. That could be a good name for a Halloween themed stream. I don't know. The Scream Stream. Hmm. Ears animate strangely as she looks up. And have her arms straighten out more, kind of like keyframe 3. Oh, I could probably just skip keyframe 3 all together. Just go to breakdown 3. Redraw breakdown 3. I didn't realize breakdown 3 was already a blink frame. Have his face all, have the eyes open. And of course, no fingers, just starting to raise it. Like higher like this. Almost looks like a sock puppet. Okay, so already the way I'm drawing the face, there's a slight change where in the, well, let's review the Clarabelle scene. Okay. Maybe okay, so maybe have her face away or something to match the keyframe here, because that's what Clarabelle Cow does. Oops. Shit, I hate when I accidentally make the layers disappear. Okay, let's redraw her face to have her facing away. So it matches keyframe 4 when, like, she's bashfully ringing the bell. Maybe it'd be better if she blinked while turning her head, but I don't know. Okay, I forgot. At this point, Mouse Boy starts leaning back. Nope. Might as well. So, okay, so I should also draw Mouse Boy, like, starting to lean back. I can keyframe 4. So maybe how do I draw that happening? Maybe he does another blink. He leans back. He's just, well, just have him do a blink here. Maybe he here he starts moving back a little. Maybe I have a few slow-in frames of Bomb holding the bell before she rings it, and that's when Baccio moves back. Let's duplicate this frame. Maybe holding it up a bit higher, like a settle frame. No, go away. Yeah, annoying Facebook messages coming up that I don't want to appear on stream. Like, that is some nice artwork, but I don't want that sort of stuff coming up, you know, in a stream where I'm trying to be a little more SFW. Although, how SFW can you say the stream is when I showed off one of the photos Paul McCartney took of an adult theater? I mean, you don't see inside the theater, but still, it's like, I don't know, they didn't quite put a content warning on the exhibit before you went in. I'll move this up a little higher. So it's a bit more. Again, let's. Okay, there isn't really a pause when she. So, I don't know, forget that. How about Baccio moves back just as the bell ringing starts?
maybe have this. Ah. So that's not even the highest she raised the bell, I forget. Thank you. Make a little alteration. And keyframe 5 has okay. Here I'll have Baccio start moving backwards. Oops. And maybe another blink. Maybe straighten out his arms a little. Let's make the arm go a little higher. Now maybe have a frame where she raises it a little, the bell a little higher. That's when Baccio like moves back or something. Yeah, raise a little higher, and then it settles, and then that's when the shaking animation starts. In between. Not exactly the best frame. It's getting 9:37. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm going to insert these into my animatic and see how they look and see if there's anything that needs to be changed. I might share this with one of my animation friends just to see what they think. I'll continue the next part of the animation later where she's shaking the bell. I'm starting to get kind of tired. Nope, shit. Before I end the stream, let's try inserting some of these frames in my animatic. Yeah, this is how I do the animatic, by the way, in case you're wondering. Let's see. Animation. I think it's this one. Shoot. Oh, crap. Oh, for a moment I was afraid. Oh, wait, was this already open? Shit. Oh, Animatic's already open. My bad. Animation. Okay, I left off there. So it looks like, like 6 frames I just have the characters resting, and then I have Mouse Boy, Baccio taking notice. Okay, so these 3 frames I want to add. Okay, so I guess I'll looks like I might add a frame in here. This is how I do the animatic. Basically, I insert these frames here, make white backgrounds. this is probably a really, really bad way to do an animatic. I don't remember if I made any changes to breakdown frame. Yeah, I did. So redo this one. Okay, head move. Okay. We'll call this animatic 3. Some inserting some. Yeah, this is probably a really, really overly complicated way to do an animatic, but that's where this is what I have to do when I'm not using a proper animation program. Stack all these layers on top of each other. There. I'm gonna have to renumber these frames. I mean, is this still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so this is frame 12, 13. Yeah, so I'll have to renumber all these frames. But let's see how this looks. Okay, that's the first couple frames where he looks over. Eyes shift. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah. shit. I have her looking up. Did I animate her looking up at all? Crap. I have to look. And she looks up when that's something I forgot to add. So I guess maybe her head perks up. Maybe have her perk up a bit when he starts looking her way. Yeah, so that's something else to add to the animation. Yeah, that's probably off stream. I'll go back and add Bomb looking up as Baccio turns around. Yeah, because that's something I noticed when going through this animatic I have so far. But I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting tired. Yeah, but it's something to fix. Maybe I should make a list to myself of things to add or fix as I go through this animatic. Oh, make sure I save first. Because I think I've done animations in the past where, like, I think some of my Flash animations, I made extensive notes on, okay, I want to improve this and that, just so I don't forget what I want to change. And for some reason, this has frozen in trying to save. That's a little concerning. I hope GIMP didn't crash on me. I mean, this is a pretty big... There are a lot of frames, 120 something frames, so maybe I should just wait. But anyway, shrink this, or shrink this, grow this back to regular size and show my end card. Yeah, it's almost been 4 hours, jeez. Yeah, but anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for helping me reach affiliate status. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do as an affiliate other than maybe make, I don't know, 10 cents off a couple people watching. Well, actually, the if I remember, the affiliate explanation said you get at least $50 or something minimum, but you have, I don't remember what the threshold has to be to get paid that much. But anyway, thank you for watching. Gracias por la visita. You know, you can see me, or puedes verme, DeviantArt, Weasel, Shitter, or I don't know, the home of Mecha Hitler now. Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr. You know, buy my stuff on Cafe Press. I'm for Shinku on Fur Affinity. Yeah, that's a funny way to advertise. Yeah, Twitter/Shitter/X, the home of Mecha Hitler. Yeah, Twitter Hitler. You know, that's what Elon Musk should have named him. Grok Mecha Hitler, Twitter Hitler, or something. Or Shitler Hitler. Yeah, just... I don't know. I mean, if Musk is gonna be fucking crazy, he might as well try and be somewhat entertaining instead of just psychotic. I don't know. But anyway, my iPad just died, so I can't see the goodbye messages people are leaving me, and so I'm just gonna assume that you're all just saying, GuineaPigDan, you're the bestest ever. You never stop streaming or something. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. GuineaPigDan out. And I'm gonna end with my Howard Bloom impression again. And now for that pesky off switch. I think I found it. Good night.